Welcome back to Carnage Unleashed, another week. As always, Kev, now Connor, and special guest Shawn Freeman. How you
Yo,
doing today, Shawn?
doing good.
Awesome. Glad to see you here with us.
That's right. Oh,
Oh,
yeah. As Wade said, thank you for joining us, Shawn.
Absolutely.
Looks like he might have had a bit of some technical difficulty there, but we'll get right back at it. There he is.
he's back.
All the technical difficulties today.
First my computer, now
Just how it
yours.
be.
Yeah, Connor, how you doing today? I don't know if you guys went over that.
I'm doing great. Happy to be back. Like I said, I'm excited to do this every week, so I've been waiting.
Awesome. So, Shawn, getting into it. For the people that don't know you much, what got you into MMA?
Uh, well, really, what got me into MMA was I was one day just watching TV, and my father wanted me to watch MMA fight. It was Alex Peretta versus this one guy. It was his debut, and ever since I saw him knock that guy out with a flying knee, I was like, I want to do this. And it's just been like that
Nice.
from there.
Is there someone that you like idolize and get your techniques from?
Uh, Probably lanky guys like Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen, those type.
Okay. Yeah, those are great to idolize and kind of base your fighting style off of because, I mean, you go in there with energy, and I love watching you fight.
Thank you.
Do you do you have any other background? Did you do like wrestling in high school or
I
anything like
came
that?
from a Taekwondo background. I'm a
Okay.
second-degree black belt.
Awesome. When did you start that?
Started that when I was like 10 years old.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, did your parents put you into that, or did you ask about getting into that?
I asked about getting into it because I had anger problems, and one of my elementary school friends said, "Well, you should get into one of those like dojo places. They deal with anger issues." And I was like, and from there I said, "Oh, I'll ask my parents about it."
Nice, very nice. Well, so I mean, I'm very excited for your fight this weekend, Shawn. It's going to be a trilogy. So how are you feeling coming into this? How has your fight camp been? What how are you feeling right now? Just a couple days away.
Feeling pretty good. Fight camp was a little short, but that's fine. I've been getting good enough training in, so I'm ready for the trilogy.
Nice, nice. Is that you mentioned it being a little short, but is that something I know a lot of times in this game you wind up with opportunities on short notice. So is it part of your just usual day to day to kind of always be ready for a short fight camp like this? Is this something you've kind of gotten accustomed to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what they say? We don't gotta get ready. We stay ready.
That's right. That's right. I love that. Oh, Connor, we'll see. We'll kick it over to you here. You got any questions for Shawn?
Yeah, I do got a question. So I've seen both of your guys' fights. Your first fight with Kaiden and your second fight. I believe I fought Kaiden as well. So we have a similar opponent there, and I was wondering, like, obviously he won the first one, you won the second one. Do you consider that first one, that loss of yours, do you consider that a fluke, or do you think he got that?
I mean, I was winning until I wasn't, but that's just the MMA game. You got to always be on your P's and Q's, or stuff like that could happen. So I do consider it an actual loss and a learning moment.
I like that. I was also wondering what do you think gives you the advantage over Kaiden going into this third fight? Like I said, you in the first fight he got the win on the feet. The second fight you got the win on the ground. what do you think is gives you the edge and gives you the advantage over Kaiden and wanting to this trilogy fight?
Probably my mix of striking and wrestling. Like I can mix it up really well.
I like that. I say that I feel like the more whoever's more around it, I believe, is what's gonna help you come out on top in this fight. Especially you guys got the similar tall, lanky builds too, so it's not like anyone's got the advantage in that department as well. So I like that answer.
Nice, yeah. So going back to what you said earlier, you said you got into MMA because you had anger issues and stuff. Is that something that you always had? Just like you just needed to get your aggression out and gravitated towards MMA?
Yeah, I guess it had to do with my ADHD, and it just naturally develops into anger issues. So combat sports kind of helps me get that calmed down a bit.
Yeah, how has that helped specifically to help with like the anger issues and controlling your emotions?
I mean, I have an outlet now, so I can always get over myself during a sparring match or two, calm me down for the day.
Yeah, yep, fair. That's why I got into wrestling, is because it's like you just want to get some aggression out and you just go out and do some live goes and you're good after that.
Yeah.
So kind of touched on it a little bit. Going into this rubber match, what have you done to prepare for this third rubber match?
Mainly cardio and offensive wrestling. Yeah. So we've been working on my cardio and my offensive wrestling.
Okay, fair. Is it fair to say that you think you have the edge grappling wise?
Yes.
Nice. Is it the game plan to kind of strike with them and then get that takedown?
Probably. Everybody has a plan until the bell rings, so we don't know, but that's probably the plan.
Fair. Now, this being your third fight, going into your third fight with Kaiden, what have you learned about him in the last two fights?
He's a really, really good striker. Very good kicker. Like I saw in Kentucky, he got that head kick knockout. It's a very good thing we're fighting in Ohio, so you can't do head kicks. So I don't really got to worry about that. But I know he's a good striker.
Awesome. Kev, you got any questions? I'll pass it over to you.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of sticking with that, I had another question for you. We've talked a lot about the preparation and the fact that this is your third time in this fight. Do you find yourself going back and watching the tape at all to review certain moments from the previous fights, or are you more of that's not part of your game plan and you're just more focused on what's going to happen in this next fight and how you want to exert your will? Do you watch a lot of tape normally, or have you in this situation just because it's another rematch?
I'm kind of more focused on just this fight. I don't really like looking back on previous fights because either A, I get too cocky, or B, I get too depressed. So I kind of just like to keep moving forward.
That makes perfect sense. And you said that you did a lot of cardio and offensive wrestling so far for this camp. Is that what your favorite part is about prepping? And do you have a favorite part of fight preparation or even just daily practice? There's something where you're like, oh man, I'm happy it's Thursday because this is what I get to work on.
I like striking. That's my favorite part. But since I'm going up against one of the only people in Ohio that's not a wrestler, I kind of have to go with grappling today.
That is fair. I like that. Oh, so well, actually, I got to save the next one I was going to have. Connor, you got any other questions?
I really just like I said, want to touch base on your thoughts on the first and second fight, really about the difference because it felt I did notice the game plan it seemed in the second fight was a lot different than the first fight. In the first fight, did you believe you were going to be able to sit there and strike with him that whole time, or did you want to take it to the ground but kind of abandon the game plan, or what was your thoughts in the first fight compared to the second one?
Well, I had planned on taking him down in the third round, but it didn't get to that point. So for the second fight, I kind of just said, okay, maybe instead of waiting for the third, I'll take him down in the first and see where that goes.
Makes all the sense in the world to me.
Nice. So out of all your fights so far, what fight have you learned the most or sticks out to you the most?
Which one of my fights?
Yeah, your past fights, win, loss. Which one?
Probably either the first Kaiden Hastings fight or my most recent Juwan Menningfield fight. I've learned a lot from both of those fights. Like with the Kaiden Hastings fight, I kind of learned how to fight somebody my height because I usually don't fight people around my height. And for the Juwan Menningfield fight, I've kind of learned what I'm supposed to do now against a heavy wrestler.
Okay, yeah. I was back on Carnage Fight Series with Juwan. With that wrestling, were you expecting that wrestling from him?
I was.
Okay. Now, did you, from that loss, you said you learned how to deal with that. Did you go into camp learning how to defend as well as that offensive wrestling that you said you focused on?
Yeah, more so learning how to defend against a heavy pressure style like that. I was a bit too much on my back foot for that fight when I need to be more on the forward motion. But, you live and you learn.
Okay. I guess sticking with that, what did you learn? Like, how is it like changing angles, or what's the big takeaway from that?
Like, mainly, it's like, yes, it's changing angles, but it's also mostly just pressuring more because I got taken down a lot in that fight because he was the one doing the pressuring. So more so me not letting him pressure me too much anymore. Sitting down behind my strikes a bit more.
Okay. For preparing for this fight, who's been your like go-to partner that you're working with?
Let me see if I can get his name. My boy Sam. He fought on the Bowling Green card against I don't remember
Sam,
his
did he
last
fight
name at the moment, but
is it Kern? Sam Kern?
he's a very lanky,
Steph.
tall guy.
I think we're losing him.
So it's been helpful training with him to get ready for Kaiden.
Awesome. Is that who you normally are training with, or do you kind of pull guys in to kind of match who you're going to go up against? Oh, we lost him.
Oh, well, hopefully we get him back. I've got a few more questions for him, but I tell you what, if anything, Wade, while we wait for a few minutes to see if he's able to get back on, we can maybe just give our thoughts on, because I am very excited for this trilogy. Like, this was one. Sometimes I find out these are booked with the rest of the folks, right? Like, I'm logging into Facebook and I'm like, oh snap, all right, that's a fight I can't wait for. And I thought to myself when I first saw that, when I was like, oh man, that's going to be fight of the night contender. And then obviously I wasn't the only one who thought that, because that got locked in. That's our main event on Saturday. Is that right, Wade, or is it the co-main?
Yep, it's the main event.
Main event.
Nice.
Going to be well worth it, man. I'm very excited for that bout.
Yeah, I am too. It's always a barn burner. There's a lot of action, and it has never went to the judges. It's actually never been out the second round. So first fight, it was 2 minutes 54 seconds in the second round, and then
right at the end,
2 minutes 44 seconds first round rear naked choke. So I do not believe this is going to go all 3 rounds.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's just no way. Man, it'll be bittersweet though, because normally with the trilogy that kind of settles the matter, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, we got to say farewell to this matchup too. So I don't love that part, but maybe it'll be fun to still watch. We'll get to watch both of them fight plenty going forward, but yeah, this will be one that sticks around, one of our top Carnage media rivalries so far.
Yeah. So I'll wait for that when we go over the card. Yeah, so I think it is going to be fast, some fast action, a lot of action. And I think that Freeman goes for that takedown because he saw success in his last fight.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering if Hastings has worked on that ground game at all. There he is.
Here we go. Welcome back.
Possibly.
Can you hear us, Shawn?
I'm having technical difficulties today.
Oh, it is a lot of them.
That's okay. We've been having them too.
Awesome.
Yep,
Kev, I'll let you sneak in your question here.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, we can hear you. I've got a couple of questions. The first one we'll go with is really, it might be kind of a two-parter. It's a little bit about the future. What's next for Shawn Freeman? You mentioned that striking is one of your favorite parts of practice, of preparation. Are there any boxing or kickboxing matchups in your future? And then just generally speaking, we're getting to the end of 2025. Have you thought much about next year? And what are your short-term goals? Well, that's what I get for asking a long question. That one's on me, gang. I should have spit it out.
You should be quicker.
Try to give you your shine, and you just took too long.
I messed it up. It's crazy you guys give me a microphone to begin with.
Well, if we can get it back in for a couple more, we'll squeeze like a couple more and then let him get out because he seems to have
a lot going on.
Poor connection. Yeah.
That's right. It's all good though, because he's gonna let his fist do the talking.
There we go.
Here in, is it 4 days? How many days? It's 3 sleeps, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yep, Saturday. And don't forget, Friday, we're going to be covering the Sniper Series.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, it's a fun week. We got back-to-back. We got some boxing and then going into some MMA.
Love it. All right, I think we're going to have Shawn back in here. Hello, sir. Welcome back. So we were asking what is in the future for you? You got plans for
Second
next year?
time's the charm. Let's hope it doesn't clip out again. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we're good. Can you hear me?
Probably plan to do more MMA fights. Hopefully get a championship fight soon. I don't think
Like that.
Carnage Media has a featherweight champion yet. So
We do not.
I'd be happy to do. Yep, I can hear you.
Nice. Okay. Well, we like that. We like that. Wade, you have to call Zach here maybe soon and see if you can make that happen.
We might have to. But hey, Shawn, we appreciate you getting on. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. We just want to give you some time to shout out whoever. Oh well, he's gone.
He gets the point.
Yep. I wanted to give him a time to shout out some sponsors or anything before he could go because seems to be have a little bit too much difficulty here. But
man,
man, I've
just
been
one of
there
them
though.
days.
I was there for about 30 minutes right before the stream trying to get it to work on my end. So we appreciate you, Shawn, if you're watching, for coming on. And if we get an opportunity, make sure before the fights, give me your list of folks you'd like to shout out, and I'll make sure they get a shout out on the broadcast to make up for that missed opportunity here at the end. But the last question I was going to have for him, Wade, was the classic: how does the fight end?
yes.
So we'll see. I'll have to wait and see for that one.
Oh, he went outside.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
All right, we are activating Plan B. You're now on my phone.
There we go. It's
Nice.
good. Connection's good.
Okay, well, ask that last question, Kev.
All right. Well, we heard what you said about the future MMA fights and a potential title fight. I would love to see that. My final question for you is, how will this go on Saturday? Do you have a prediction for Saturday night?
Either by first round knockout or second round submission.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
I don't go to the judges' scorecard, so.
That's
Oh
what we
yeah,
like
I don't
to
think
hear.
anyone in this room would bet on that one going to the judges, one way or the other.
No.
That's not going that long.
Awesome. Well, Shawn, we appreciate you hopping back in, working through those difficulties. We want to give you some time to shout out anybody that you want to shout out.
I would like to shout out my gym, Garcia MMA. They got the best coaches and training partners around in Northwest Ohio.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out and stopping in with us. And best of luck for your fight.
Thank you.
We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, Shawn.
Yep, see you Saturday.
Shawn, thank you, brother.
Cool. We at least got a little sign off there.
Yeah, we got it out.
So, as we also predicted, not going to the judges, he thinks it is not going to the judges.
That is right. I would be willing to bet on it. It'll be an early night, Wade. We'll get to start our cleanup a little bit earlier on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. So we were going to go over this card. We have 8 fights. We got some people we've seen before. The first fight of the night is Austin Roberts versus Tobias Mendoza.
Nice.
What's your thoughts on that, Kev?
Oh, that will be a good one. I like that as an opening bout. You said it's Austin Roberts, right? And Tobias Mendoza. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to seeing what Tobias brings. We've seen a lot of Austin Roberts over the years in Carnage Media. So, he's a gamer. I mean, his last fight, really impressive to me because he ate a monster shot in about the first 10 seconds and was able to immediately sprawl out, survived the follow-up takedown and managed to actually win that fight. I think it was a standing guillotine that he got that W. So he's riding high. I think this is going to be a perfect tone setter for the evening, the first fight of the night.
Yeah, I think so as well. You have any thoughts, Connor?
Kind of like what Kev said. I think it's a good first fight. I'm more familiar with Austin than I am Tobias, and Austin's a tough dude. He's gritty. I mean, I wouldn't say it's pretty, but he finds a way to get it done. He knows what he's looking for, where to find the finish. So I know he's going to be coming out swinging and looking for that finish. So I believe that's a great first fight for a card to really set the tone for the night and get the fans excited. So I think it's going to be a good one. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, I agree. So I think it's going to set the tone. Yeah, Austin Roberts, who comes in there and puts the pressure on, pretty active, trying to keep that pressure. Tobias actually fought on one of our cards. That's the only time I've ever seen him fight, and he put on a show with winning by ground and pound. So this one could be fist to flying and maybe a special moment that we can highlight. Next down the list is Carson Albin versus Travis Jenkins. Now, Carson, back when I was training at Demolition, he was in high school and he came out because he was a wrestler, and I actually wrestled with him. So I think he's going to be a big wrestler, come out, try to take that takedown and work some ground and pound. He's coming off 2 losses, so I think this is like a turning point where he's like, I need to prove something for myself here and show that I am meant to be here. So I don't know much about Travis Jenkins. I was trying to find a little bit, but I'm excited to see what he has to offer.
Yeah, I always love seeing some new faces in the octagon. It's nice to have it's great. You can have it both ways from the commentary desk, at least, because you like to see people, how they've improved, what they've added to their game, especially if you haven't seen them for a few months. But I love getting introduced to new faces because we don't know how often we're going to start seeing them on the cards. And it's almost like that same excitement we talk about ringside when it's debuter versus debuter, right? You're like, man, this could go a whole lot of different ways. We're not really sure. So there's some fun in that mystery for me, Wade.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Moving on down, we got Tyler Anderson versus Rayshawn Walls. Tyler Anderson, I believe we haven't seen him on anything.
I don't think so either. Rayshawn, I recognize Rayshawn's name. But Tyler, I might be first timer.
Yep, that's another new face.
Nice.
It looks like his debut. So I'm kind of excited to see what he brings too, because I love catching new. I mean, we obviously around here you have like the main people you're gonna see a lot. So add new people to the mix is always fun.
That is nice. Good change of pace.
Yeah, and this one has the added bonus of seeing Rayshawn again, because the last time we saw him, correct me if I'm wrong, Wade, but I believe it was part of the kickboxing Friday night Flag City fight night. And I believe he lost due to a shoulder injury. He had to stop after the first round, and he throws some awesome and heavy right hand. So it's good to see that it was a minor injury and he's back and he's good to go. And I'm excited to see because we didn't get to see it was a very tightly contested. I thought it was a good first round, and he just wasn't able to continue. So very excited to see how he's looking in this next one.
For sure. Moving on down, we have Bryce Spoon versus Nate Murphy. Bryce Spoon, he was supposed to fight, but his fight got caught off last time. So glad to see that he's bouncing back to get in this ring again. So he is he's coming off a loss versus David Music. So can't blame him there. David is a monster. So he's looking to get one back against Nate Murphy.
I like that fight. I think that's I like Nate Murphy. I've been watching his fights. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's a real deal. So to come back from a while off to fight Nate Murphy, I mean, it's a tough fight. I respect him for doing it. Like you said, last fighting David Music, that's no easy task. I've boxed David Music before. Dude hits hard, so that's a tough one to come off of. And then bounce it back against Nate Murphy. I mean, Bryce is about that action, it sounds like. So I think that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last time I got a little glimpse, Wade, we did of Bryce at the last charity striking and grappling event. I think he ran one of each. So looked pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how he looks putting both together. So I'll be interesting to see that one. But yeah, also like what I see out of Nate Murphy, that'll be a good fight.
Yeah, I think so too. Like you said, Nate Murphy, he's pretty good beast too, because he's just coming off a KO victory in round 1 against Daniel Barrett Jr. So he's coming to keep that train rolling. And Bryce, he's not scared of any challenge. So looks like he's not trying to cherry pick his fights. He's going out there to compete and just for the love of the game and to prove to himself. So
I love that.
That's the right way to do it, right, Wade?
Yeah.
For any of the new viewers, we talk about that all the time, and now we have Connor to vouch for it, right? As an amateur, it's much better to take those hard fights because nobody really cares about your amateur record once you go pro, right? It's better to have the experience.
Yeah, I'd rather fight all the tough guys now as an amateur, and then everything's easier as a pro. Like, I'm not going to avoid these guys until I go pro, and then now I have to fight them. They beat me. That record's permanent. This amateur record's going to be gone once you're pro. So I always say take the tough fights as an amateur, fight a lot as an amateur, get as much experience as you can. So once pro time comes, there's no question on if you're ready or not.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say it, because otherwise I'd have been spouting a bunch of nonsense for the last year. So I'm glad to have you vouching for it.
You got the right idea on it. I agree.
For sure. Yeah. We've been preaching that forever. Like, this is where you get your experience in. You don't want to get your experience in and find yourself in so many new situations as a pro.
Absolutely.
That's what the amateurs are for.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on down, this will be on the main card, the start of the main card, and it'll be Josh Frazier versus Tristan Houston. Now, we've seen Josh Frazier fight on the last one against Kyle Paul. Tristan Houston is another new face. I haven't heard that name yet. Looking like it's his debut as well. So I love it when you go into a fight and you go into these fights and you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to be surprised. You know, Josh Frazier, he's going to come and throw hands. So what does Tristan have to offer to come back at it?
I agree. I think for Tristan, if he can pick up a win over Josh Frazier in his debut, I believe that's very impressive, because I do follow Josh Frazier on social media. He's dedicated to this. He's always training. He's got the diet. I feel he's kind of been taken under the wing of guys like Dylan Budka and guys like Gates Cook have really taken him under their wing and are helping him really rise up the ranks here. And I feel he's a very competent fighter. And if he can pull off a win against Josh Frazier, I feel like that's a really good way to set the tone and make a name for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. That's huge. And just to add to that, on top of the couple of fights from Josh that we've seen, Wade, he joined me as a color commentator during that grappling and striking charity event. And you could tell in those moments too. It always impresses me, and Connor is one of these guys as well, when you can come in and sit down and explain it to me like I'm 5. Not necessarily like I'm 5, but maybe 10 or 11. But you can explain these concepts and talk about them in depth. And he was very smooth, and you could just tell he was really knowledgeable about what was going on. Had a lot of knowledge, even as far as the grappling of things. So I'm very excited to see this one. It has that wild card factor, but I agree with Connor. If as a debut you get a win here, that I think over time will be something that looks really good for you. And if you lose, it's a great experience because you're not starting out easy. So you're not gonna have any misconceptions after that fight. You're gonna know if you've got it or if you still got some stuff to work on.
Yeah, I believe that one's going to age well for him no matter the outcome. That'll look good on his record no matter what.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now moving in to the next bout would be Blake Treen versus Keyshawn Osborne. So these are some heavy boys.
Keyshawn Osborne fought Juan Silva, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
so
I sat right next to you for that, Kev.
Right.
So yeah, Keyshawn fought Juan at Carnage Fight Series, and that was a good fight. Like
it was fun.
Keyshawn, he was throwing some heavy leg kicks too, and they came into the round 2, and Juan just caught him with a nice left hook, and put Keyshawn down. So he's looking to bounce back from that because he was looking good. He was throwing heavy shots, working his leg kicks, and as the game goes, you just get caught sometimes.
Yeah, Keyshawn was is what I would call an athletic big man. He was a lot more athletic than I thought he was going to be. When he walked into the cage, he was light on his feet, bouncing around. I was like, I wasn't expecting it. So I was very impressed with him and entertained by him too. So I think watching him fight again is going to be very entertaining, and the fans are going to enjoy that.
Yeah, this one. Oh, go ahead, Wade.
I was gonna say, yeah, as a big man like he is, like when I saw him like bounce around like he was in like taekwondo,
nimble,
karate, I was like, oh cow, he's got some light feet for being a big boy.
That was impressive.
Yeah, he really does, and he also came with some unique striking angles, if I remember. Like his punches, the way he threw those, it was not something that a lot of guys in your gym are going to replicate when you're training for him. So that'll be interesting to see how Blake Treen handles that. But Blake is a big dude too, with a lot of power. He could do just what Juan did. That could be one of the outcomes. Like Blake's the kind of guy that can find that button, so to speak. It might only take one from him. So this one is another one I don't expect to go the distance. I think one way or the other, we'll get a finish out of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely not going a distance. Somebody is going down. They both throw hard. I can attest to Blake. I've been punched by him before, and it's not fun.
No.
And watching Keyshawn throw those leg kicks, and he's got some big legs, big calves, and you heard some thuds, and I'm like, man, someone's going down. It's going to be pretty.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, moving on down to the co-main event. James Gibson versus Gabe Harris.
Ooh, okay.
So
well,
James,
I think go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think I made a joke last time we called James Gibson fight that we might see him in a couple of weeks. So I think if there's one thing to know about Gibson, he is always game. What did Zach call him? The Nate Diaz of Carnage Media.
Yep.
I love it. I love a James Gibson fight. He'll take it wherever it goes. He'll go with it. That's what's always fun.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he just fought, and he was fighting what was his name?
Sawchuck, Deacon, right?
Yeah, Deacon Sawchuck. And Deacon, I mean, unfortunately, a crappy way to end the fight, but got hit in the back of the head, and
Yeah.
the doctor said no go. But good to see it wasn't serious. He's bouncing back, and like you said, he's always game. And maybe Zach will get his stopped and slapped this time.
I believe I was on commentary for Gibson's second ever MMA fight, and now he's like, I don't even know how many fights in. This dude is super active. So, I mean, he's about the action. So, like I said, I respect it. So, good, deserves himself a good co-main event spot. I believe he's earned it at this point. So that should be fun for him. And I think him versus Gabriel Harris is a good fight because I think Gabe is also a very entertaining and well-rounded fighter as well. So I believe Gibson will have his hands full, but if anyone's battle tested, it's him. So let's see if he can handle it.
Yeah. Trying to see
Agreed.
what game.
Setting us up for a nice main course. I like that balance there with that co-main and main event. We're going to get some exciting rounds. I don't know how many we'll get, but they'll be intense.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be good. Yeah, you had mentioned Sam Kern. So Gabe just is coming off a loss against Sam Kern.
Is that an armbar, I believe?
Yeah, by armbar in the first round. That was his first loss. So he's 3-1. He's no slouch. Like James is just down to fight.
Always down to fight.
That's going to be a good co-main. So expect some action there.
Oh yeah.
Then moving into the main event.
Yes.
We touched on it a little bit. Kaiden Hastings versus Shawn Freeman. How you guys feel? Kev?
Man, this is a really tough one to call, especially considering that it's gone both ways. Man, it'll be over by the second round, like we said. I really love Kaiden's stand-up game, and Shawn even acknowledged it too. Like, he does a great job with the kicks. We've had a chance to see him in different, whether it's kickboxing or boxing. We've seen the talented striking. So I think if it stays on its feet, it's going to be Kaiden would be my guess. And if Shawn is able to take advantage of that wrestling, then I think that Shawn will get one by submission. And above all else, I'm just going to be sad to see this one go. This is like when you're like a TV show that you like, and you know it's the final episode, and you're like, man, this is gonna be a great finale. But after this, all we can do is rewatch the videos on our YouTube channel. After that, it'll be over. There'll be time to move on. Sad.
Connor, what do you think?
I agree with Kev in the aspect of if it's on the feet, I believe that's Kaiden's world. And then I believe on the ground, that'll be Freeman's world. As someone that has shared the cage with Hastings before, I can tell you that he is looking to strike. He's nice. He's real long with his punches and kicks. He doesn't smother anything. He's really good at using his range. And for what I've seen since I fought him probably a year ago now, his striking has gotten even better and more technical. So I believe that's what he's going to lean into. But when I fought him, I also had the same idea as Shawn. I knew where the holes were, and that was in the wrestling and the grappling. So I believe if Freeman found success in it the first time, he's definitely going to look in to find it a second time. And I hope Kaiden should know that that's what he's going to look for, and that's what he should be working in this camp, keeping it on the feet and finding that punch that he found in their first fight and putting Freeman out. So it really just depends on whose game plan gets implicated first. Can Kaiden keep it on the feet and find that knockout, or is Freeman going to find that takedown and end up finding that submission like he did last time? It's a clash of styles here, and I believe that's going to make a very fun fight.
I agree. Kaiden, I think he definitely, like you guys said, reiterate, he's got it on the feet. He reminds me a little bit of like an O'Malley-esque. Just stays long, moves.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Shawn, if he can get to the ground, I think that's what will be where he can shine. Now, I'm eager to see if Kaiden's worked on some ground defense. Like, has he worked on stopping that takedown, moving different angles? Well, hopefully by now he's realized that was his hole, and he's just been pounding that deficit. So we'll see. And I'm excited because those two never fail to put on a show.
Oh, we want to throw out our predictions for that fight, what we think's going to happen?
Go ahead, do it.
I think, like I said, from what I've seen and what I know, I believe this fight is going to look similar to the second one. I believe Freeman's going to be even more aggressive for the takedown because the first time he goes, I think I'll have success. Now he knows he can have success with it. So I think he's going to be looking for that. It's going to spend a lot of time on the ground. I believe, though, if Kaiden can survive the grappling onslaught early and tire Freeman out, Freeman looking for a bunch of submissions, and he can survive, make it to the second round where it restarts on the feet, he could have some success. But if I were to bet, I'm going to bet that Freeman is going to be able to take him down and find that submission once again.
Okay, so you calling submission the first round?
I could see if it's going to happen. If Freeman gets a submission, I think it'll be early on because after that, I believe he's going to start to get tired from working on all those submissions. Grappling gets real tiring. So if he doesn't find it in the first, I believe the longer the fight goes on, the more it favors Kaiden.
Yep. Okay. Kev, do you want to say neutral or you got something for us?
Man, you put me on the spot here. This is a tough one. You know what? To play my Uno reverse card and put all the pressure on Wade, I'm going to say Kaiden wins. So, Wade, you say, what do you think happens, brother?
We need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker, Wade. What do you think?
Okay. So, what the people say on Tapology.
Nice. Oh, and here I thought Zach wasn't here today.
Nice pivot.
All right, well done.
Freeman 100% win.
Wow.
No, the people think that it's going one way.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
What's really interesting is that they're going at 71.4% by KO, TKO, 14.3 by submission.
Wow.
And 14.3 by decision.
So most of them thinking a Freeman knockout?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if that's the way it goes out, that's an epic end to the trophy, right? If it's like surprise, actually KO.
That would be wild.
Yeah, that would be something you're just not really expecting. Be a way to end the night. I'll tell you that.
I do believe, like I said, I do agree though. I don't think it's going to the judges at all. I don't think those will be needed for these two. No way.
Yeah, anybody voted for that hasn't watched the last two.
Yeah.
that one guy voted.
Or any of these two's fights. I don't think any of these two have ever gone to decision, have they? No, I think Kaiden did in his debut. And then other than that, I don't believe any of those two went to decision. That's just off the top of my head, though. I could be wrong, but I believe.
Yeah, so Kaiden in his first. Yep. Against Jack Chappie, went 3 rounds.
And my boy Jack. I fought on that card. I remember that one.
Good old Jack.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
Look at Shawn's here.
I believe his are all finishes too.
Yep. Not a single one.
Yeah, he's straight to action.
He's never been to the third round, actually. He's never even seen the third round. Yeah. So, yeah, there's no chance.
Kaiden's the only one been to the decision, and that was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something. So, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's wild. These two. We're going to have probably one fight's amount of rounds when it comes to our co-main and our main event. Get like a round and a half from one and maybe a round and a half from the other. So
for sure,
make sure you refill during that last intermission because you're not going to have a chance again.
Nope.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited. These fights are going to bring action. So tune in Saturday. Yeah, so Kev, where can they find you?
Ooh, that's right. You can find me. Well, pretty soon you'll be able to find me in about 17 days. We've got another installment of Benchmark Pro Wrestling that will be out there. Cataclysm getting out there. So I look forward to recording that. We should have that out probably the first week of October when you can look for that. So make sure you get caught up if you are behind. They got some amazing storylines going on over at Benchmark Pro Wrestling. A lot of fun. Other than that, check me out on my other channel where I talk about nerd stuff over on the Dweeb. Right now, gang, we are reviewing the Star Wars sequel trilogy. So say a little prayer for me. And no, other than that, just carnagemediappv.com. Make sure you're watching the fights and the replays and keep a lookout for more clips from this podcast.
Absolutely.
Connor, what about you, sir?
As always, now you can find me here every Wednesday on the Carnage Media YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm excited to be here every Wednesday, getting to talk about all things MMA. You can also find me on my Instagram at i.am_Connor Smith. That's where I'll post anything fight related. Just anything about me really is on there. And then hopefully you'll find me back in the fight world within I'm hoping February of next year. Been in some talks with certain people, so hopefully we can get that done. Get myself back down to 125 pounds and back in the cage. So I feel like it's been a while. It's been a month since my last fight, and I usually don't wait this long. So I'm trying to be smart with it and get back to it, have a good performance. So yeah, that's where you guys will find me at.
Awesome. Connor itching to get back in that ring. I love it.
Absolutely.
As always, you can find me here every Wednesday with the boys, Carnage Unleashed, 7:30. As well as any updates on what we're going to be doing next and what we're covering, carnagemediappv.com. Don't miss out on the action. We've got a doubleheader. You want to watch some boxing Friday, Sniper Series is what we're covering, and Saturday, you do not want to miss the high power action that's going to be going down at Route 30 Rumble. Catch you guys next week.